Hello, today I'm going to make a comfort food. I'm sure many Indians and Malays are used to this when we were young, and also I'm sure you're cooking for your own family today. I consider this a comfort food, but everyone has got their own style, and I will tell you, me being Indian, we love green chilies in a lot of things because it's got a distinct flavor. And what you will need is of course oil for frying the fish, a little bit of turmeric, salt, this is kicap manis, and this is kicap chai, and also a bit of pepper. And what I'm using today is kembung fish. I love this fish. I grew up with this fish, and big predicament is when we were young, each fish used to be cut into two. So do you go for the head or do you go for the tail? Big problem those days to decide what you get. And if you get the head in the morning, then you get the tail at night. So that's how it was. Put salt and put turmeric on this. Just make a slit and marinate it just for a little while. And my way of doing this is there's about 5 pieces of big kembung fish. There's about 6 garlic, 1 small piece of ginger, about 7 small onions, and 1 green chili. All this will be pounded, including the green chili, coarsely. There's 1 large onion. I'll probably just use about 3/4 only. This is towards the end, and this chili is also towards the end. A bit of chili padi for color or for biting into it if you wish something to be very hot, your dish to be very hot. This is optional. Limau kasturi or calamansi lime, optional. You can even use a small wedge of fresh lime if you wish. Even if you don't have any of these things, you can go ahead and do it. It's just that I like the taste of this. Okay, and one thing I must tell you, after cleaning and gutting the fish and scoring it, marinate it, and when I fry it, the most important thing for me is kembung fish is an unusual fish. It's got very tasty flesh, but it can go very woody if you over fry it. So what I normally like to do, and I would suggest to you all, if you're frying this off and on, use a lid and cook it. Then your fish won't shrink so much. At the same time, it will be cooked, and towards the end you can just open to make the outer layer a bit crispy. But if you just put it in the oil and just fry it, the fish will shrink and it becomes a little bit woody to be nicely cooked but still soft. So, and the fish won't shrink in size. Your kitchen will remain cleaner. So do that if you can and try it out. But there are some fish like ikan sela and ikan mata besar, all that white bawal and all that baby bawal, that is nice to fry with the lid off. Okay, but for kembung and certain fish, like even for tenggiri, for ikan tongkol and all that, it's always nice to cook it with a lid and then open it off and on and let the steam off and then overturn it. That's the way I like to do. The most important thing for me is how the fish is fried and what fish we are using. Hari ini saya nak buat ikan kembung masak kicap. Ini style aunty. Semua orang ada style dia, sebab aunty ni orang India kan, memang suka rasa cili hijau ni. Lain daripada cili merah, rasa macam tak banyak rasa, cuma pedas saja kan. Cili hijau ni rasa masam-masam sikit. Saya suka cili hijau ni. So macam mana aunty buat? Ada minyak, kunyit, lada sula, kicap cai, kicap manis, garam. Okay, ikan potonglah macam mana kamu nak semua. Ni saya akan potong untuk masukkan last ya, bawang Holland. Mungkin tak pakai semua banyak sangat kan, pakai separuh ke lebih sikit saja. Ini aunty akan potong serong saja. 2 limau kasturi. Memang saya suka pakai limau kasturi. Kalau tak ada, limau nipis. Tapi kalau tak ada pun tak apa. Ini ada cili padi 3 untuk color lah. Siapa nak gigit boleh gigit lah. Ni semua aunty akan tumbuk kasar. Bawang putih rasa ada 6, bawang merah kecil 7, dan 1 halia kecil sikit lah, 1 inci tapi nipis sikit lah. Ni semua tumbuk kasar dengan cili hijau. Tumbuk kasar saja. Okey. Lagi satu, cara goreng ikan kembung ni, aunty tak suka garing macam buka gitu. Dapur semua minyak-minyak kan. Saya suka hanya untuk setengah-setengah ikan lah, macam ikan kembung, goreng secara tutup. Lepas tu buka sekali-sekala, terbalik-balikkan dia. Macam ni ikan kita masih gemuk, dalam dia pun masak. Tapi dekat luar kan, dia garing tapi tak macam kayu sikit dekat luar. Kalau kita buka dan goreng, ikan pun kecil, tulang-tulang semua keluar. Lagi keras sikit dekat luar tu. Kemanisan ikan kembung tu susah dapat sebab dia dekat dalam kan isi dia. So gorenglah cara aunty dan try. Suka ke tidak. Memang untuk setengah-setengah ikan aunty suka goreng macam tu. Tapi ada ikan yang kita kena goreng buka gitu, seperti ikan sela, ikan mata besar, itu bawal putih yang kecil-kecil tu. Itu semua memang sedap kalau kita buka dan terus goreng gitu. Tapi untuk setengah-setengah ikan macam tongkol, kembung dan ikan tenggiri pun aunty suka goreng tutup, buka gitu. Sedap. Ikan dia pun tak kecut, lembut dekat dalam. Nanti aunty sediakan semua. Tumbuk ni, potong hiris ni, semualah. Ini saya perak ya. Lepas tu kita continue masak saja. Ini memang sedap kicap kan. Semua orang suka, memang comfort food lah, macam kegemaran lah. Bila-bila pun kita boleh makan masak kicap ya. Okay, auntie dah siang ikan. I've cleaned the fish. For newbies who've never cooked before, a good way of judging how much of turmeric to put, if you want to be very exact, I don't have a KFC spoon, but I've got a small wooden spoon here. Put half for each piece of fish, just half of this spoon. Whereas the salt, you can put like 1 level teaspoon for each fish. That's a good way of judging, especially if you've got other salty things like salty soya sauce and all going in. Then just like half a KFC teaspoon for each fish. Okay, just take half. Got 5. You don't have to be exact. After some time, for some time, you will know how to gauge. And for certain dishes like masak kicap, it's nice to have a lot of flesh. So I'm only making 1 slit. Okay, and if you're cutting it to 2 each piece, then there's no need for slits. Then you'll have still very plumpy fish even after frying it up. Okay, yang tak pernah masak sebelum ni, baru-baru nak jinak dekat dapur, kalau tak tahu garam banyak mana, kunyit banyak mana, ambil spoon KFC kalau ada, buburlah setengah teaspoon KFC tu garam untuk seekor ikan. Okay, dan kunyit pun sama, setengah. Lama-lama kita dah boleh agak berapa banyak semua kan. Kalau nak buat ikan goreng saja biasa, boleh tambah lagi garam tu, sebab ni ada kicap cair kan. So aunty tak mau banyak-banyak garam dekat ikan lah. Lagipun nanti ikan kecut kalau banyak sangat garam. Dan ikan sekali kita dah perap, tak boleh tinggal lama-lama ya, sebab nanti air ikan tu semua akan keluar, tak sedap pula, rasa ikan tu tak ada. Okay, aunty dah perap. Lepas ni kita tumbuk kasar. I forgot to tell you, we also need a cup of water to cook this masak kicap. Tadi lupa, dalam semua bahan-bahan tu kita juga perlukan sedikit air ya. Cili kita tumbuk last, so that kita boleh kontrol dia punya keping-keping yang hancur tu banyak mana. Memang sedap kalau hancur sikit-sikit. Siapa pernah buat macam ni pakai cili hijau? Saya memang suka masak kicap ayam pun, saya suka bubur cili hijau. Rasa cili hijau lagi best daripada cili merah. Pedas saja kan. Ini ada rasa dia yang sedap. Can you see? This fine will do. Jangan tumbuk lumat sangat. Okay, sekarang kita dah boleh goreng. Biar dia goreng sebentar ya, sebelum masak secara tutup. Okay, now open the lid, just let it dry up a bit. See, the fish still remains good and plumpy. Cook this way. Nampak tak? Saya dah buka sekarang, dua-dua belah dah goreng. Ikan masih nampak besar lagi kan? Macam ni kulit dia tak terlalu keras ya. After this, lower down the flame, and as a rule, how much of the sweet soya sauce to put for 1 kembung fish is about 1.5. Yeah, especially if you have gravy, you know, put about 1.5 for each fish. For the second fish. Lower the flame. Secara kasar, nanti Lisa masukkan 1,5 kicap manis. Turunkan api, tak mau dihangus ya. Kicap manis 1,5 untuk setiap ikan kembung yang besar sikit lah. Lepas tu api kecil lagi ya, jangan api besar. Masukkan still at small flame, add in a bit of pepper. Pepper gives a nice flavor. And the salty soy sauce, this you adjust later after you add in how much of liquid you want for your fish. Just some people just like a little bit. I'll just use 3 first. How much of liquid you want. Some people don't like a lot of liquid, so adjust it accordingly. And after this I would add in the water. Even this depends on how you like it. I'm gonna put about, because it will also evaporate, maybe I'll use 1 whole cup like this. Now I'll increase the flame. Do taste it. If it needs salt, see how it is. I'm increasing the flame, and after this what I will do is put in all the sliced Bombay onion or Holland onion. Don't know what Indians like to call these Bombay onions. The Malays call this bawang Holland. I really don't know. In the sliced green chilies as well as cili padi. Masukkannya bawang iris, cili hijau potong, dan sedikit cili api. Instead of sugar, add in another spoon of kicap lemak manis. Masukkan lagi satu lah, tak mau pakai gula. Masukkan lagi satu sup kicap manis. Okay, rasa dia dah okey. Lepas ni biar dia menggelegak sekejap, lepas tu kita masukkan ikan. Let it boil a bit and you're adding the fish pieces. Just leave it on top. You don't have to turn it over many times. Just once. Jangan terbalik-balikkan ikan banyak sangat ya. Sekali nanti kita terbalikkan, lepas tu kita turn it over. Do not overcook it, let it still remain a bit crispy. Okay, akan perah satu dulu ini kasturi. Kalau perlu tambah lagi. Saya dah siapkan 2 tadi. Ready to calamansi limes. I'm only using 1 first. I will taste it before dishing it out. And do this at the end. It's enough. Satu dah cukup. Nanti akan jam. This is ikan kembung masak kicap. Do try it at home and don't forget to like, subscribe and share my recipes. Inilah ikan kembung masak kicap gaya aunty lah. Jangan lupa share, subscribe dan tekan bell loceng. Okay, bye bye.